Introducing today's guest.
Are you going to introduce yourself? Sounded like where that was headed.
Today's guest is Charlie, hosted by Bobbi. Bobbi. And you can even do it like, but then it gets a little corny.
Yeah, it started corny. That's probably good.
I don't think it started corny. It's like kind of like a. It gives this is like orange.
What?
This sound is like orange. It's warm.
Orange.
Yeah, orange.
Orange.
Orange. Did I not say it right?
Just sounded like a different word.
Orange?
Now it sounds like orange.
What did I say?
Orange.
I don't know. Maybe it's my accent.
Where are you from?
I'm from New Jersey.
Do they have accents?
Yes. Like, door is door.
I don't think I've ever met someone from New Jersey.
Yes, you have. It's the most densely populated state.
Never. I don't get out much. Are you going to introduce yourself? I feel like we skipped that. And it's going to know who you are if you don't say something.
My name is Charlie.
Did you just assume people would know? You think your face is like not recognizable?
No, I mean, there's a title, right?
I guess. I'm not going to put one for this episode.
You're not going to put one for this episode?
Yeah, and we'll just see how many people can figure it out.
What do you usually title your videos?
The person's name. And then
just
something that...
the person's name?
I wasn't done talking. The person's name, and then something that you say during this episode that's like that's like clickbaity, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to just say something right now that is sure to get people to click it? Then it's not lying if you just say it.
Well, I don't know if it's like Bobbi should have a theme song.
I don't think that's good.
No.
It needs to be like, oh my god, they're going to talk about that in the episode. Well, we should even cut this part out and put this at the end of the episode, even though it's happening in the beginning, so that they have to watch the whole episode to see it.
I see. Well, I mean, it is going to be a musical episode. I mean, there's a lot of keyboards here.
Okay, so say something crazy about music right now.
See, it has to be kind of like a spur of the moment thing.
Okay, now I'm going to... Fine, we can see if something happens.
You have a way of making the heart race.
Is your heart racing?
Yes, because now I feel like I have to name your podcast.
No, it'll come naturally if you don't try. I just thought we could really get a lot of views if you tried. We can see what happens. I was looking you up on my way here. Is that funny?
When I'm uncomfortable, I just play.
That makes it more uncomfortable than if you just like sat there and responded or waited. I wasn't even done.
I don't even know how to move to the next topic.
What did you... We're not moving.
Okay. I'm just going to listen.
No. Answer my... this is an interview, Charlie.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm ready. Ask the question.
I saw your age.
Yes.
That's shocking to me.
Really?
Very.
31.
That's older than I would have thought.
Do I not look 31?
You look 12.
Oh, Jesus.
But I assumed you were over 18, so I thought you were maybe like 19.
I definitely look over 18.
But barely. You look like you're 12, but you're like... Yeah, you could be pushing like 15 maybe.
I think it's because of...
Are a lot of people shocked by your age?
I still have to show my ID sometimes. Not that I go out
sometimes.
A lot.
I would say every time that there's an opportunity, they would ask that they would card you. I can't imagine anyone meeting you and being like, oh yeah, he's 21.
I know some days I feel like I look a bit older. Like today I feel like I look older because I've grown out my mustache.
Can you grow the rest of it?
No.
Does that make you sad?
This part will get like really full, but this doesn't make unfortunate.
You sad? Yeah, you said unfortunate.
No, because
you just said unfortunately, so you think it's unfortunate.
One day I will grow it out. Be able to grow it out.
Are you going to take something that makes it so you can?
People do that?
I don't know. I just wonder why you think one day that'll happen.
Because...
You're 31, Charlie.
Yeah, and in 9 years I'll be 40.
And at 40, magically, it's just going to be able to grow?
Yeah, because I even from last year I noticed like a little bit of chest hair.
Yeah, you keep holding out hope for that, Charlie.
I think it...
I wish you the best.
You really thought I was younger than 31? I mean, I guess that's not a bad thing either.
No, it's not.
There's a fly here.
It's That's really annoying. You should hire someone to swat that.
It went away. It's because we have that big
Do you
window.
have someone who swats flies in your house? Like, that's their job?
No.
Not their main job, but, like, they do that for you.
I have somebody that takes care of my plants, and they swat the plants. They were
Have you
doing
ever
it.
swatted a fly yourself?
Yes.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Do you want to try if it comes back?
It's not back.
Okay, I said if.
Yeah, I'll give it a go if it comes back.
I hope you are successful.
Oh my god.
When I was don't do that. When I was researching, I lied, by the way. I didn't do the research.
Okay. You have people that do it.
I called my sister-in-law.
Show's getting bigger. You have people that do it.
I could have, but then I just called my sister-in-law because I was like, oh, she'll probably know who he is. She was like, oh yeah, I've seen him on Sesame Street.
Oh, yeah, I did. A lot of people don't see that one. Yeah, I did do Sesame Street.
My niece watches that, so they're pretty familiar with all the guests.
Yeah, I did what did I do? Halloween episode.
How long ago?
About a year ago.
See, it's pretty new. Why'd you do that?
Why did I do Sesame Street? Because I like doing things that I grew up with, and Sesame Street is always very musical, and I feel like music is one of the few things that I'm pretty good at, and I can offer my services. So we sang I think we sang a song. Yeah, we sang a song and played instruments for Halloween.
Why are you acting like it was so long ago?
It was a year ago.
It's not that long ago. My daughter was born about a year ago, and I remember that. It wasn't like a big deal to you that you did Sesame Street?
No, it was
because so many big things happen to you now, you just forget the little man at the bottom.
Holy shit!
Sesame
no,
Street.
I'm very happy that I'm very happy that I did Sesame Street. I was just saying that it was a musical episode. I don't know why. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what else to say about that.
I'm glad you had fun.
I had fun. I'm glad your niece liked the episode.
She did. And then she also told me that you started on the internet.
I did start on the internet in 2005.
It's pretty cool.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, I was I think 8 years old. How old were you in 2005? I'm not very good at math.
I was in 8th grade, and I believe
so
I was 13, 14.
I feel like we could have... Are you sure?
Pretty certain.
Okay.
I remember because the song that was most played at the 8th grade school dance for the slow dances, you know, when people dance slow, was Stick With You by the Pussycat Dolls.
I've never heard that song.
Me better, stick with you.
Maybe go a little longer.
I don't wanna go another day. Ugh, messed that note up. Na, 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 na. Someone on some viewer of your podcast will know that song. It came out in 2005, and I remember that I was 13 in 2005 because I was not dancing with anybody.
Why? You can't dance when you're 13?
No. No one wanted to dance with me.
Oh.
But I always loved listening to the
That's
song.
really sad. Do you want to talk more about that?
I was never really sad about it. I just was chilling with the other 13-year-old friends of mine that also weren't dancing by the soda machine and listening to Stick With You by the Pussycat Dolls in 2005.
Wow. It's very descriptive. Your couch is kind of loud.
It's cool though, right?
Yeah,
you
I
can
like
actually put this back and it turns into like a half bed.
Do you sleep in here?
I've fallen asleep on this couch.
Did you turn it into a half bed before you fell asleep?
No, because I mean you can recline more on it, but this is you'd lie vertically, so my head would be where.
But it would be like longer.
Yeah, but that's if you want to.
You want more space.
Recline.
It doesn't go all the way back.
It doesn't go all the way back, but
I think that's like a bad design. It could be bigger.
It's
it
from
could
the-
be bigger if you...
It's from the 60s, and we made it green.
It's actually from the 60s?
It's actually from the 60s, yeah. This house is from the 60s.
Where did you find this couch?
The designers that I was working with at the time found it for me.
That was nice of them.
Yeah. Paid them for their service.
It's nice
Told them to find me cool stuff. They found this. A lot of people sat here.
How much did that cost you?
I'm not talking about that. You always this is what you do. This is when I start to get.
Charlie, we can't do this if you're not going to answer any of my questions.
I'm answering all of your questions.
That was the one that I really wanted to ask.
Money?
No, this couch.
This couch? I don't know. It wasn't. It's. I have no idea. I actually have no idea.
Okay. If you find out, let me know.
I'll let you know.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Can I buy it off of you?
No.
Okay.
Because then I won't have a couch. This is the recording studio. People need to sit on a couch and listen to their music.
You can sit on the floor. Do you just come in here and play on your pianos?
Yeah, these are all my pianos.
Do you take them down when you play with them, or do you leave them up there?
If they're interchangeable, so there's some keyboards that are over there that I'll prioritize. What's really cool about this one is that this is the sequential Prophet from the 70s, and I wanted to purchase the new one and put them side by side to see if the circuitry was, the internal circuits were as similar as they claimed to be in the advertisement. And it turns out that this one has pitch fluctuation like none other. And this one is a little bit more accurate and has some modern day advancements, but they're pretty they're pretty similar.
Okay.
Something that's also neat about these keyboards is that I have adaptations of them, like virtual instruments, on the computer over there. And it's just really neat that you have the virtual instrument and the real synthesizer right there. And sometimes when I can't like think of a song, or if I'm having like an off musical day, I'll kind of like nerd out a little bit and just see if there's any sonic differences between the computer version and the real version. See, these could be collectibles.
It's really cool.
I think it's actually very cool.
What's your favorite fast food place?
Okay, McDonald's. Why that face?
Why McDonald's?
Because I wasn't allowed to eat it for a long time.
What do you get when you go there?
Oh my god, everything. Except breakfast. Eggs hurt my stomach.
But the rest of McDonald's doesn't?
No, it's weird. I don't know what they do to it, but
Have you seen that video?
What video?
What's it called? Like Super Size Me? I watched it when I was in like 6th grade, I feel like.
Yeah, it made me want to eat more McDonald's.
When they mashed up all of that stuff and called it a chicken nugget.
Yeah, but that wasn't
I don't even
real.
know what's in that. I feel like that was
We don't know
real.
what's in a lot of stuff.
That one is especially... If they're able to call it chicken and sell it for like 10 cents, do you really think they're
It's like
quality?
a chicken compound.
What do you mean?
I don't know. McDonald's chicken nuggets are delicious. One time I ate 40 in one sitting.
Were you okay after that?
Yes.
But eggs.
Eggs hurt my stomach.
Okay.
Which is really inconvenient because a friend of mine would go to the gym, and I was staying with him, which is why I bring this up. He would go to the gym and then just like make half a dozen eggs, and that would be his breakfast, and he'd get all his protein in, and I'd be really jealous because I had to make this like intricate protein smoothie with all the ingredients that wouldn't hurt I have a really sensitive stomach, so I would be envious.
Gross breakfast.
Just eggs, yeah, gross. Well, he put ketchup on it, and I think English muffin.
Disgusting.
What do you have for breakfast?
Not a dozen eggs. How many did you say?
Half a dozen.
Okay.
A dozen eggs is like bodybuilder shit.
Was he not very big?
I don't know. He was healthy. I wish I could eat eggs, is all I'm saying.
Have you tried fake eggs?
I have. They also hurt my stomach.
I think you're just making that up.
No, I'm not. There's a lot of things that hurt my stomach. Steak does not hurt my stomach. Certain types of grilled chicken will hurt my stomach. It has to be like char-broiled grilled chicken. That's the only type of chicken that doesn't hurt my
I
stomach.
think it might be in your head a little bit.
And McDonald's. McDonald's
It's
doesn't.
in your head.
No, it's not. It really.
Have you ever had a doctor tell you these things?
Yes, I went to an allergist in 2018.
They were like, "Oh, you can only eat charboiled chicken."
Well, it's just
McDonald's chicken.
it makes me
okay.
feel better. I know that I'm allergic to lemons.
I feel like you're just making this up. What happens to you when you have a lemon?
My nose like shrivels up inside, and I can't breathe out of this side, and my throat. One time I was taking Afrin, and just from all the lemons, and my nose opened up, but it dripped down my throat, and I had to go to the hospital because it dripped down my throat and closed my throat.
The lemon did?
Yeah. Babyface got me to Cedars-Sinai in time.
Who?
Babyface.
Are you referring to yourself?
No. Babyface, the singer. Produced has like the most number ones out of any, like Babyface. He wrote.
Doesn't ring a bell. There, I'm sure you're gonna try to ring a bell right now, but
whatever. I won't. I was gonna give an example. You don't know Babyface?
Go ahead, give an example.
Babyface wrote, "I'll make love to." Oh God, I'll make love to you like you want me to, and I'll hold you tight, baby, all through the night. I'll make love to you.
Is it a guy?
Yeah. He wrote seems like ever since the first day we met, there was no one else. I think I'm more than
It's not. It's okay if you stop now, because it's not really ringing a bell. I don't think you.
Waiting to Exhale.
Huh?
Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Successful songwriter.
Babyface. What does he have to do with Whitney Houston?
He wrote like 10 of her hits.
Oh. Do you write other people's songs or just your own?
I do.
What other songs have you written that I might have heard of?
I wrote Stay by Kid Leroy and Justin Bieber. Don't pretend that you don't know that song.
Can you?
I made it with a couple friends of mine. It goes...
Oh, I've heard that. Thank you. Yeah. Why didn't you sing it?
It wasn't my session.
Your session?
It wasn't my musical session. It wasn't the day that everybody sat down and said, we're going to make Charlie a song. It was someone else's session. It was Leroy's session.
I don't really get that. Can you explain?
Like it was 2021, and when you're writing I don't know why I said that, 2021, that was a couple of years ago. We were writing a song for an artist. That was the goal for the day, and
That's what you do. People don't just come up with songs in their head and they're like, "Oh, I'm going to turn that into a song." You like sit around and you're like,
well, that's what I do from my own songs. I also collaborate with other people on.
Do other people write your songs ever?
I wrote Lipstick, which just came out with Pop Wansel and Happy Perez and
Who?
Jay Cash. These are songwriters.
Okay.
Yeah.
They don't get a lot of recognition.
No, they get recognition. I always make sure I shout them out. I always shout out the songwriter.
Well, by you maybe. I'm just saying no one knows who they are, so.
Well, in the songwriting community, in the music
I'm sure.
industry.
Most people aren't in that industry.
Yeah, I feel like they know who they are. But they're very talented, and sometimes when you collaborate with other people, they bring different things out of you.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not as like fun. Sometimes just like making songs yourself.
Yeah.
So Stay was a collaboration. Lipstick was a collaboration. Light Switch, the internet song that I put out a couple of years. You know that song? Okay. Well, do you like not listen to music or something?
Sometimes.
What do you mean sometimes?
When I'm in the mood to listen to music, I'll sometimes listen to it.
So you can like go a day without listening to music?
Oh yeah, definitely. I could go like
How?
a week without listening to any song.
A week? No, you can't. If I don't listen to a song when I wake up, I become
You wake
depressed.
up? I don't really like a lot of sound.
But it doesn't
I
have
like
to be like
silence.
abrasive sounds, just like your favorite song.
I like silence a lot.
Okay.
Music is very overstimulating.
I don't understand. How?
It's just a lot of sound.
Oh, yeah, okay.
If I'm just like at home and my kids are screaming and then somebody puts a song on.
Oh, well, what do your kids listen to? They listen to, was it Miss Rachel?
They did watch that when they were younger.
Did.
Well, my oldest did.
Baby Sharks and that stuff I could understand. Like, you don't want to hear every...
No, I just don't like a lot of sound happening, and my house was very loud with my kids all the time, so...
I get it.
You add music to that, and then I want to run away.
Right. I don't have kids, so I don't know what that's
I'll
like.
Bring them to your house. I'll, like, set them free in your house.
I'll want to sing for them.
Oh, that's fine, but then once you hear them screaming, but if you just play background music, you might get annoyed.
Right.
Maybe if you're singing, then they're entertained, but what if you don't want to sing? You want to just, like, wash your face in peace.
I know what you mean.
And there's just a lot of sound.
Sometimes I like silence, but no, I don't like silence. I really dislike silence.
You're just trying to, like, find common ground, but you just realized you can't.
I'm trying to relate to you.
Yeah.
I do it in music. When I write music, I try and relate to other people, but like I've never
You've
heard
never
of
tried to relate to a mom.
No, I feel like I relate to a lot of moms potentially.
How?
Musically, I think like they like.
What do you do that is like a mom?
I have certain songs that moms might like, like parents.
Like what?
Like my early stuff is very like PG, I feel.
That doesn't really relate to them. Like, I'm not going to listen to your lyrics and be like, oh yeah, he feels me.
Well, I mean,
he gets what I'm going through.
What if after a long, hard day, what after like you're traveling all day and you're working and you just want to, you get to the airport, you get in your car, what are you putting on? You're like relaxing spa music, maybe. There's always all these...
That doesn't mean you relate to me. That just means, just because I want to listen, it's not like I'm putting you on to relate.
But certain sounds, like, have vibrational tones.
That doesn't do anything to me.
But it's within us.
It's not within me. Maybe you. Try to make this energy in here less awkward right now. With some vibrations.
In all seriousness, but like seriously, like vibrate, like if I just played a G chord, but if you add the second,
I feel like we're at a funeral.
well, a funeral like would be in C minor.
This is just sad.
But if you add like. It's like it's a vibey funeral. It's weird. Like, have
you ever been to a vibey funeral?
You know what I mean? Like, you just...
I don't. I wouldn't have asked.
What I'm trying to get at is that certain notes have like musical vibrational tones. Like if you put a G and a B together, you have a major third. But if you do a G and an A flat, it's ugly.
I feel like you just sparked a memory for me.
I did?
Yeah.
What memory?
It goes like this, the fourth, the fifth. I feel like that from Shrek.
Shrek?
Yeah.
That's Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Famously.
From Shrek.
From Shrek?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the song they play for his wedding. I love that song.
The Jeff Buckley version. Do you know something fun about that song? It was originally, when it was released like 30, 40 years prior, it was not received very well. And then Jeff Buckley in 1994 sang it, and then it became like a worldwide smash. And then later had a resurgence in 2007 on American Idol.
That song?
Yeah.
When did Shrek come out?
I don't know.
That's why people know that song.
I don't know if that's entirely true.
I do. That's why I know it. I can't be the only one.
Definitely not the first Shrek.
It's when they get married. When Shrek and Fiona get married. Am I wrong?
I never saw it, but I don't know.
Never seen Shrek?
I saw the first one.
You've never seen the rest of them? That's the best. They're all amazing.
I just never got around to it. I saw
You're
the first.
Like I don't know things, but you don't know really big things.
I'm not saying I know everything.
Those are just things everyone has seen.
I just refuse to believe that like you don't. You like music though, right?
Yeah.
Maybe okay. So I'm just interpreting it wrong. You like music.
Yeah. I love music, and I love Shrek. I'm sad you don't.
Like Shrek.
Yeah.
Shrek had one of my all-time favorite songs.
So you do like Shrek.
Hey now.
That's a good song too.
So you know that song.
Of course I know that song.
It's the first time I heard that song.
Is that song not from Shrek?
No, that's
They
by
just put it on
Smash
there.
Mouth. It came out in 1997.
Do you know everything about music?
I study it a lot, and I'm very
What do you
fascinated.
mean by you study it? Like you sit in your bed and you read books about it?
Yes.
Like actual physical books?
Yes, indeed.
Not on your phone.
Not on my well on my phone and like I have a
So
bunch
you
of
mostly
books
mean on your
about.
phone.
Well, I read my phone just as much as I read actual paper things about
Do you
like.
take notes?
I don't take notes. I take
You just
notes in my
store
head.
it in your head.
Yeah,
Did you go to college?
I did go to college.
You're smart.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What was it like going to college? Were you in a frat?
No, I went to Berkeley College of Music. Not a lot of fraternities.
Is that the same as Berkeley, not College of Music?
No, that's Berkeley in Northern California.
Is it hard to get into?
I think both schools are prestigious in their own way.
Prestigious?
Prestigious in their own way.
Have you heard anyone else say that word before?
Prestigious? That's how you say it, prestigious. How do you say prestigious?
Well, no, I don't want to say it because in case you're right. But I don't think that's how you say it.
Prestigious? Prestigious?
Yeah.
That's not how. I mean, you can say it like that.
I've never heard anybody say prestigious.
Am I crazy right now? Prestigious? Okay, prestigious. You're correct. See, I don't know everything. Did you have a scratch on your nose?
I did. It's probably
That was
the
sweet.
dust in your place.
There's no dust in here.
There obviously is. It's like floating around.
Well, I mean, there might be dust in the old sequential circuits, Prophet 5.
Do you refer to them as their full name every time you refer to them?
Yeah, they're super
Do you
cool
ever just
circuitry.
say like piano?
Well, they're not pianos.
Oh, what is it?
Synthesizers.
Do you ever just say synthesizers? Do you always have to say the whole?
Well, I like to remind myself of how cool. The one right behind your head there is really cool, too. That's from 1974. A Moog.
Have any famous people ever played on them?
Yeah. Elton John played this Rhodes here.
It's pretty cool. He played it in your house?
Yeah, when we were writing together. Which is,
How long ago?
2020?
You should sell that.
Definitely not, no.
If you ever stop making, if your music career goes downhill, you can sell that for some money. Now that people know he did that.
I mean, it's not. I wasn't saying it to like flex or anything like that. I was just saying it because it's really. I
didn't think you were trying to flex.
Oh, okay.
Do you work out?
What? Yeah,
Talking
sometimes.
about
Yeah.
Flexing.
Yeah, I worked out
Felt like
today.
you wanted
Actually,
to bring up you working out.
I didn't, but I'll talk about it. Yeah, I
brought
work.
up the word flexing.
I work out.
I didn't. How often do you work out?
I was more like metaphorically, like saying like I'm not trying to be braggadocious or anything. What?
Braggadocious.
Yeah, what's wrong with braggadocious?
Do you use that word? Is that the first time you ever used that word?
I did not. No, it's a. I mean, it's not like an official word, but it's like a word that like
You've
people
heard
say.
people say that?
I've heard people say
Do you
braggadocious.
live on a different planet than I do?